Welcome to Galaxee. My name is AG, and yes, it is that time of year again. The time of year when 2K comes out. I play 2K every year, even though I tell myself I'm not going to because I'm peer pressured in by friends. This year is no different. This is just my wish list, I guess, of things I would love to happen in 2K, just because it's been, 2K22 wasn't bad, but it's been pretty bland over the past years, and I can't tell you what the difference between 2K19 and 2K22 is because I just haven't paid that much attention, and it doesn't really matter to me because it's just basketball at the end of the day. But I just wanted to see if you guys enjoy this type of content as well, because I will be making actual gameplay videos soon. I got my game capture. I'm just waiting on my computer so I can get some stuff out for you guys, because I have a lot of games that I want to play with you guys. But anyways, regardless, I'm gonna be inserting some clips, a couple clips in here. Please, like I said, please ignore the quality. It's not the greatest because I just pulled it straight from the PS5 share, but nonetheless, I just wanted to put some videos up here just to not show my face as much, because I know you guys have been seeing a lot of me. So first things first, I wanted to ask for affiliations to mean something this year, because for the past years it hasn't really meant anything, and it's just kind of a thing you do to get into the park. And I liked it more when it was 2K16, 2K17 days, when it was just the 3 parks and it was just straight, you were a Rough Rider, you were a Flyer, you were a fucking Sunset City Beach Baller. That was the best because it felt like the affiliations actually meant something. And I'd like it better when you feel like you're competing for something. You're competing to be the best park, and every affiliation having their own boost. I forget if they did that this year. I didn't play park as much, but I was very active in rec as opposed to park, because park is just the same shit every year. So I really more tend towards rec. But the ways I think that they could fix the affiliations is if they extend it to like six affiliations, because you gotta think, this is now next gen. I play on PS5, so next gen, it's a lot bigger, and now they have the city now, which I still dread the city. I hate the city so much, but it's here, and I wish we could just revert back to regular old matchmaking in the individual parks, because I think it looks way better that way. But the city is here nonetheless, so I think it should be expanded to 6, just based on how fucking big the park is, and we haven't even seen the park yet still, and 2K comes out next week, so we'll see how that is. But expanding the affiliations to 6, and I feel like restricting playing with other parks until you're hitting a certain level again would be very vital in that too, making it more kind of like rivalry, because if you're restricting it to a certain level to be able to play with other parks, you and your friends are gonna obviously be like, okay, what park are we joining, as opposed to, okay guys, I'm gonna join the Southside Vipers, I think they were called, or I'm gonna join the Northside Knights, and I'm gonna join the West Side fucking Horses Knights. I don't fucking know. There's so many of them. Western Wildcats, I think they were called. But it gives you more of an incentive to be playing with your friends and joining the same park as your friends and wanting to reach that level to go challenge other parks. And speaking of that, more events to challenge other parks and seeing which park is actually truly the best. I didn't play much of the events this year, but I feel like it was just more of I did the Mobile City event, I did the Chips Ahoy event, I did a couple of them, but they didn't feel like they were really doing much. Like, it would be nice to see like you're playing towards something as far as defending your affiliation, defending your park, because that makes the game fun. That makes you want to play park, and I just haven't had the care to play park. I'm just more, rec is just so much more appealing to play because it feels like you're playing for something. Like in 2K17, whenever they were having their the park competition to see who could score the most points, and even 2K16, whenever the Rough City, the Rivet City Rough Riders, they got their a park revamp, And that would be amazing if that could happen in this 2K, because it will feel like you're playing for something yet again. Big men need their respect. I feel like taller players should have their own distinct dribble moves, because in terms of dribble moves for big men, it's like they are non-existent. Because 2K, I understand 2K probably feels like it's going to be OP, but that's what makes games fun in a way, making all the players so OP that at the end of the day, they're all even. Like, if that makes any sense, because then I know the meta would probably just to be like make a 7-foot big man who can dribble. But I mean, it should be restricted in some way, because obviously a Lauri Markkanen is not going to be dribbling as good as a Stephen Curry. But at the same time, you got rare cases, like you got Kevin Durant, you got Karl Anthony Towns, you got Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, big men who actually have like not the quickest handle, but the way they adapt to their handle and are just mastering the dribble moves, stuff like that should be adapted into 2K, because it's not the 90s anymore. It's not like these big men need to rely on their guards like 2K is leading on to be. They don't need to rely on their guards anymore to get their own shot off or create their own shot or create for others. And I feel like that's the archetype that 2K is missing, because Joel Embiid can run the point. Nikola Jokic can run the point for their teams. And yes, they're rare cases, but at the same time, 2K, like, you're supposed to be the best player in the NBA, so why not allow players to make builds like that? Like, I feel like that would be so much fun to just be a big man with even if you give us like an 80 ball handle and have specific packages, like say a LeBron package or a Nikola Jokic dribble package, a Joel Embiid dribble package, and just let us experiment with that, have fun with that, instead of just giving us big man handles 1 and 2. I'm always a small forward or power forward, so I run at 6'9" to 6'11", and the dribbling is not terrible. I'll show a couple clips of like my handle. It's not the worst, but I feel like it could be so much better. And losing the ball is also a major thing as a big man, and it's so frustrating. Steals also need to be definitely fixed with in this next 2K, and I hope that they fix that. Speaking of steals, this is my next one. Rewarding good defense instead of bump steals. If you stay in front of a defender, there should be some sort of drawback with the ball handler in terms of them not being able to retain the same amount of stamina that they have, or maybe just slightly dropping the stamina, and maybe even restricting some of the dribble moves that they can do, because you're just playing such good defense. I feel like defense is not really rewarded in this game, and just blow-bys are such a thing, and just stepping back and just speed boosting out of it, it's just it's harder and harder to play defense, because if you're switched on the defender and you're a small forward, these guards can do whatever they want to you. And I'm being biased because I'm a guard, but it should be, because in the NBA it's not like that. Like, you put Kawhi Leonard against one of the greatest point guards and he's gonna hold his own, and same thing with any other great defender, LeBron, Jonathan Isaac. You got great defenders out here who are just not gonna go for that in the real NBA. And I feel like it's the greatest, it's the best simulation of the NBA, so it should be like that. Last one, I think this was just a throw in, because I think this is just a good idea, and I think it would be fun just to toy around with, even if it doesn't stick. Just have it like a limited time mode or something like that. Just have limited time modes. This one I wrote down position lock for Pro-Am. So basically, Pro-Am is about having an actual team. It's more of the realistic NBA type formula. So for instance, if you're a guard, like, only guards can play the 1 and the 2. So if you're a point guard, you could play the shooting guard position if there's 2 points, and one of you obviously is going to take the point guard role. One of you guys should be able to play shooting guard. So if you have 2 points, one of them can play shooting guard, one of them can play point guard. You should be able, before the game, you lock in what position you're going to play. So whenever you get into the game, your matchups are your matchups, instead of it auto selecting for you. I feel like that's unfair, because it gives you the unfair advantage of not having your lineup management correct, because that is very important in playing Pro-Am. And then you got to make one person shorter than the other, and then I feel like they should allow you to fix it however you feel you're running that lineup. And same goes for the forwards. Only a small forward and power forward can play the 3 and the 4, and vice versa. If you have 2 small forwards, one will play power forward. If we got 2 power forwards, one will play small forward, vice versa. And then with the center can only play the 5, and the power forward can play the 5 as well, but center can't play 4. Shit like that. I just feel like it'd be experimental. It would be fun to see, because then the size matchup would kind of be similar, and if you wanted to go small ball, you could. It's just something new that I feel like 2K is lacking, because it just feels like the same stuff over here. I can't tell you what the difference between 2K19 and 2K20 is, and 2K20 and 2K21. They all just mesh together, and I hope that this year it's different, because I'm really wanting a good 2K, and I'm really banking on NBA Live to make a comeback, because I actually enjoyed NBA Live 19, and I really hope that they come back strong, because NBA Live, I'm pulling for you. But that's all for today. I just wanted to talk about 2K because I'm pretty excited for it. Ready for next week, gonna be playing that, so hopefully I get some gameplay up for you guys, because I should have my computer by then, and I'm hoping everything goes smooth with that. Gonna drop some gameplay, and the gameplay a bunch of other stuff too. I really want to do a playthrough on The Last of Us, the remastered. I think it just came out, and I need to get that and play it for you guys, because that's going to be really fun. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's so much more that's coming with this channel. I hope you guys are ready for it, and I can't wait to give that to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.